Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man, the hell with rap. I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vickers. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog app. Use code MACECAM or STAT to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash with your first deposit and a free pick. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Mace and Cam.
Killer, what's good, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Chilling, man.
That's what's up. See a little down today. What's happening, man? You all right?
Yeah. You know, getting up to that age, I gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah, man. Look, I know.
My wife set it up.
Your wife set up your appointment?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I've been down all day about it.
Yeah, man. Look, we gotta go. Look, see, I get where you coming from because you never been sick. You know, I have stomach problems, so I don't mind going or whatever and being checked on. Plus, it's hereditary in my family, so I get what you're saying. It's like, yo, why am I going if I'm not sick? If I'm not sick, why am I going to the doctor? You know, it's funny, I seen Gilly and Wallow talking about that, and Gilly say he not going Wallow, so you a dumb motherfucker. I'm not calling you that, but I'm just saying that we gotta, you know, so people that don't know, we was talking about this a couple days ago, and Mase was talking about going to the doctor, and he asked me if I went. And when we're talking about the doctor, after a certain age, as Black Americans, we gotta go do the pause joint. You know? We gotta go do the pause joint, man. And we, you know, as heterosexual Black men, it's a challenge to get in there. I was explaining to Mase that, you know, I was going, and I'm gonna do it. Pause. I gotta do it as a getting older. It's just for me to do. If Mase does it, that's what him. I'm just saying. We was having a conversation. He asked me if I did it, and I went to the hospital to get it done, but I requested the wrong test because Larry said, a friend of mine, my lawyer, Matt Milton, a few people told me about it, and they say, put you to sleep, it's cool. I mean, nothing about it's cool, but they put you to sleep.
Put a camera up.
Yeah. Hey, niggas told me it's cool, but whatever. They put you to sleep, you wake up, cool, whatever. So when I go to the doctor, I'm just in a regular room. I don't see no machine for no test or nothing.
Oh, they came out with the gloves on you.
Yeah, they try to think of myself. Look, what's going on? Man? What's happening? They said, nah, just bend over. I said, no, absolutely not. I'm not just bending over. Like, the people told me it was a machine and that.
And you was going to be asleep.
Yeah, and they told me you lay on your side, pause. What you mean bend over? So now, it's two women and I'm with a woman, and y'all all tell me to bend over? Nah, it don't work like that. More of the story is I have to reschedule because I didn't get that done. I got to get the right test done. Yeah. Hey, Murder Man, I get your struggle, man. Let me know how it works out for you. What your decision is. I recommend it. I'm going to get it done eventually, sooner than later.
Yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2. Well, at the end of the day, glad to know that both of you guys are good and all right.
Thank you.
But let's start with boxing today, y'all.
Out Papa Stat did it, pause.
Yeah. Papa Stat definitely did it.
He, like, the way I answer questions, we'll see how he answers the question, because I don't know. But I don't also want to know, but, like, y'all can have that discussion.
Black men.
Yeah. Okay, so we're actually going to start with boxing. Tank announced in a press conference that he's retiring from boxing after next year because of his lack of enthusiasm for it. He said, shit's trash. This shit is trash, garbage. Fed up. I'm fed up with the whole shit. I just want to be able to make money and stay out the way. That's it. I want to be living without being seen, which are some very bold words from him. Just in general, Mase, gonna let you go first. How do you feel about his comments? And then do you feel like
he want to live and do what?
I don't know, live his life, I guess?
I mean, he's a boxer. If he would, what is the question again? I don't even know.
I didn't get to ask the question yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just your general thoughts about what he said, and then do you feel like boxing might be dying among the younger generation?
I really think if they're not allowed to fight the right fighters, that's what makes boxing boring. You know, it's exciting if all of the fights get made. If you see him against Shakur, then see him against who else is there? Him against Devin Haney, even though, you know, that whatever happened there, you want to see him against definitely him against Teofimo, somebody very athletic, somebody very strong. But I'm really gonna pay attention to what he's saying right here, because when you lose that enthusiasm to box, you really do need to stop, no matter how great you are, because boxing is not something to go into, pause, with your mind somewhere else. You definitely got to be present for boxing. Your mind can't be anywhere else. And the last person I heard say this was one of the boxing legends, icons that I looked up to in the boxing field, which was Roy Jones. And he said he had lost his love for boxing after he got the heavyweight champ. Then he came back down and he fought Tara. And that was when that happened. That left hook, the lean back song, all of that came out of that one moment when he said he wasn't feeling like boxing. And Jordan, he said Jordan told him, I remember this like yesterday, Jordan told him, well, if you don't have the love for it, you shouldn't be doing it. So when I think of that, I'm thinking about Javante, such a great talent, such a great boxer. But if you don't have the love for it, you need to stop. And right now.
Yeah, that's how I was going to start my thing off. If you don't have the enthusiasm or the love for anything, it's going to show. Mm-hmm. And when, you know, boxing is a dangerous sport not to have the enthusiasm for. You know, when I say that, you could tell, like, outside of boxing I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. When people, for instance, like when I used to see the end of Undisputed, I believe it was called, with Shannon and Skip, I seen like I don't want to say enthusiasm, but you seen the chemistry was off. It was visible. You could sit there and say, yo, this son ain't right. This son ain't going right with these two niggas. And then the stories come out later how they wasn't speaking before the show, after the show, for 2-3 years before the show even ended. Speaking of that, Skip wants to come on the show. His team reached out. I told him he's more than welcome. Hopefully we'll see you soon, Skip. But yeah, boxing's not the sport not to have the enthusiasm for. But it's a few things. Mase made some great points as far as Tank is concerned. And when I say Tank, it isn't just Tank. We're not seeing the fights that we want to see out of any of these fighters. You know, and when I say these fighters, we was talking about Tank, we was talking about Shakur, we was talking about Devin Haney. Ryan jumped into the equation after the performance with Devin Haney. But we're not seeing the fights. And then we always talk about what if. So congrats to Tank if you don't want to do it anymore. And maybe you have some plans to do other things outside of boxing. But I agree with Mase 100%. If you don't have the love, this is not the sport to do it. So we'll see what happens. Another point is, guy, what you going to say?
I was going to say, can I make a point? I think you said this before. Do you think that Floyd messed up the game by having the 0 and these fighters don't want to fight each other because they don't? I think you said that to me before about the 0.
I just think that, yeah, that's a good point, that Floyd set the bar super high to where nobody wants to have an O on their record. But we talked about it on this show. It's Pacquiao, it's Cotto, it's a bunch of great fighters who have losses on their records that still are great fighters. Everybody can't be Floyd. But what I do think messed it up is that the money Floyd got. It's that, Floyd's buying jets. Floyd's the lifestyle that Floyd has, and everybody thinks that they should get paid what Floyd got. Outside, I was doing some homework, and outside of that Netflix thing that just happened with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, Floyd has the most viewed fights, and they're all pay-per-view. Everything's pay-per-view, 4.4 million, 4.2 million against De La Hoya, 4.4 million against Pacquiao. And you got to think about this. Let's just round it up to where these fights are $100 for pay-per-view. He has the top four, 2.2, 3.2, 4.4, 4.2. And if they're rounding it up to $100, this goes into billions of dollars that's being generated, not necessarily for Floyd's pocket, but that's what his fights generate billions. These guys' fights aren't generating billions, but they want the money that Floyd's got. And I'm not talking about Gervonta, I'm just saying in general. But you got to realize a lot of things are timing. Floyd caught the right timing with HBO, and then he went to Showtime, and then he went to pay-per-view, and then he caught a 6-fight deal, and then he had the right opponents. A lot of things is timing, and I think Floyd caught a good timing to where everybody thinks they're going to get that, and they're just not. But one thing also me and Church was just talking about is that, and I know he says he's retiring, but Tank never moved up in weight from 135, and a lot of the great fighters moved up in weight to where they may want more action, like Floyd, Pacquiao, Crawford. Everybody moved up in weight eventually to have better fights, but if he's not in it, like May said, this is not the sport not to have your heart in it. So I wish him the best of luck after next year. Is it true or not? We'll see.
Okay, and then just in general, obviously Tank is having his upcoming fight in March next year. It did get postponed. Are you guys interested to see him fight Lamont, or do you feel like there's not as much interest now?
I'm definitely interested in seeing him fight, because if he's talking about fighting the guy Roach should be a good fight. It's not the fight we want to see just yet, but I'm definitely interested to watch the fight, because rumor has it this guy could really fight. I haven't seen him. I haven't kept up with him, but rumor has it he could really fight, and that's a fight I definitely want to see.
Yeah, they actually invited us. They wanted us there this Tuesday to pass for the press, but I know we wouldn't have been able to make it, and they're also making some arrangements if you guys are available. I know we still have some months out, so I didn't talk to you about it, that they want us there 3 days out to cover the fight as well. So we'll talk about that. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing him fight. I think outside of Canelo, Tank is the biggest star in boxing, to me personally. And it could be debated out of him and Canelo. Canelo brings another country with him, along with a great image, redhead, Mexican. He has a big fan base. But I think as far as America is concerned, I'm not necessarily saying he's pound for pound the best. That's going to be argued among boxing aficionados, whether it's Terrence Crawford, whether it's Canelo, etc. But I think Tank, to me, is the biggest star in boxing right now. So, yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing this fight.
Okay. Now let's talk about yesterday's NBA games. Let's actually have some positive New York sports news. So the Knicks beat the Magic 121-106. The Knicks are 13-8. Just in general, Mase, are the Knicks playing up to your expectations with the addition of Cat?
13-8.
Yes.
I mean, they're playing pretty good. I'm not ready to say they're playing up to expectation. I never had an expectation.
Ooh.
I think they're doing really good. Not as good as, I won't say really good. They're doing good enough. I'm still waiting. The APB is still out on Mikel to see what he's gonna do. If he starts balling, then they are super contenders. That's what I would say.
I called and told Sin that I looked at the topics and the Knicks were going to be on the show today. That's all I'm talking about, man. Give us a little 2 to 3 minutes a day, man. You know what I'm saying? I said, look, you're going to be on the show today. The Knicks are on the show. Sin wants our Monday mornings to start off with the Knicks after football was just on Sunday, that we should start Monday mornings off with Michael Irvin with the Knicks and then get to everything else after that. Look, it was a great win for the Knicks last night. They've been on a little run the last couple of days. They beat Denver by about 30 a couple of days ago. They're gelling, and right now they have some time to figure it out. They're fourth in the East. They beat Orlando last night. I'm not going to think too much of this game because Ben Chera wasn't playing. And Orlando's actually still doing well without him. Orlando's actually third in the East. So shout out to Orlando, shout out to Cleveland, because those are two teams that we weren't thinking about being in the top three right now, and they are. As far as the Knicks, I think they'll be all right. A lot of people were panicking because we don't necessarily want Cat. We should have kept Julius. We need DiVincenzo. And Minnesota actually isn't doing really well with that trade. I think the Knicks, as of now, got the better trade. But it's going to take some time. Everybody want to turn shit into wine in 5 minutes. The Cat got there probably 2 weeks before the season started. They're starting to gel. They're going to be all right. We're not talking about Philly. I'm trying to look at, I know Philly's like in second to last place. And we're looking at, Milwaukee made a furious run because they were in last place for a minute. And now Milwaukee's back at number 5. Maybe Doc Rivers and them are figuring it out. They're at 11-9. But right now, the Knicks are in 4th place. We thought they'd be doing a little better. But I think they'll be all right around All-Star. They're just starting to gel. Brunson's getting back in rhythm and figuring out how to work with Cat. Mikal Bridges, he hit some good shots, but another thing with that, my thing is with the Mikal Bridges nigga murder, it's like, why fix your jump shot in the middle of your career? What the fuck is up with this? People, you made it to the NBA doing what you're doing, and there's always room for improvement. But what's up with your jump shot broke down, your shot looked crazy? I'm not with trying to fix your shot 2 weeks before the season start. He looked good last game and the last couple games, but before that, he hasn't been looking good.
Is his shot looking better now?
Last couple games, but I'm talking about in the beginning, we're 20 games in. I would say 15 games, it hasn't been looking good. But why try and fix your shot right before the season? I think this is something, not saying I don't know when he started, but obviously it's not working as quick as they thought it would work. And Mikal Bridges is really good. We have to think about Mikal Bridges on Phoenix. Mikal Bridges was a staple in Phoenix. It's just that you got traded for Kevin Durant. They're going to give you up for Kevin Durant. But I thought you was really good in Phoenix. You didn't really have a shot in Brooklyn because Brooklyn just stinks it up. This is your opportunity to show that you one of them dudes.
Okay, and then actually speaking of Kevin Durant, the Suns beat the Spurs 104-93. Devin Booker dropped 29 points. Kevin Durant had to leave the game early with a twisted ankle and did not return. Suns still won, but just in general, Mase, how do you feel about the Suns season so far?
The Suns are still working some things out. Pause. If you look at this team, they still show signs of promise, but I think so many things have happened that we kind of lost our interest in the Suns. The Suns are pretty much going to have to prove that they could do something in the postseason. Other than that, they're just a bunch of good guys that joined the same team, decided to go play together. But they're going to need Kevin Durant back, and they're going to have to be able to make a run in the postseason. The postseason is everything for the Suns right now. Right now, it seems like they're gelling, but are they really gelling without Kevin Durant? If he's out, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, listen, the Suns started off the season great, really good. Where I had inside information that Kevin Durant said he's tired of y'all niggas playing with his name. And he started off real good, and it looked like, okay, the Suns are making a statement. Then Kevin Durant gets hurt, and he goes out, and then the Suns start to decline. The Suns are only going to be as far as Kevin Durant could take them, my personal opinion. Not saying Devin Booker isn't good, not saying Bradley Beal isn't good, not saying that they don't have a decent bench. But this team is going to go as far as Kevin Durant could take them, and that's being proven because once he goes out, the team declines. When Kevin Durant was there, they were in first or second place the whole time Kevin Durant was playing, and I know it was early in the season. But when Kevin Durant is not there, I'm not necessarily jacking Phoenix Suns. And I'm a fan of the organization, the players on the team, but I'm just telling you like it is. If Kevin Durant does not motivate, is not playing, they're not moving. And let's keep it 100. Bradley Beal wasn't 100% last year, but you had Kevin Durant, you had Devin Booker, and I think they got swept by Minnesota. So even with Kevin Durant, sometime this could be a problem. No Kevin Durant, it's a real, real bad problem. But last year, we actually seen the Phoenix Suns get swept to the Minnesota Timberwolves, and Anthony Edwards was on the court talking shit. KD, my favorite player, I sent his ass home. I'll brag about it this summer in the Olympics, et cetera, et cetera. And I was really looking forward to seeing what Kevin Durant was going to do this season. We still got a lot of season left. Phoenix is in 5th place, I believe, 12-8. It's not a bad record, not a bad start. But, you know, you have OKC. We have the emergence of Houston right now. Golden State is playing really well. We know we can't ever sleep on Denver. Right now, Timberwolves, like I said, not good, looking good. We're looking at John Morant making a statement in Minnesota. What are y'all guys going to do, Phoenix Suns, as an organization? But we'll see what happens. Time will tell.
Okay, and then the Mavs beat the Grizzlies 121-116. We obviously know the Klay Thompson trade was one of those big trades. We were waiting to see how that was going to fold out. He dropped 4 points in this game, and it's important to note he also dropped 0 points in 23 minutes against the Nuggets. All of the Mavs won. This is your team, actually. Is it not, Mase?
I know people on the Mavs.
Okay. Are they giving you that it factor? Or are you ready to jump ship if you haven't already?
I
know people on the Mavs. Go to Killer.
I know the same people. Which one? All right, I can start. The Mavs, see, the thing about the Mavs, before I get to the game, the thing about the Mavs is that they're one of those teams that you're not probably thinking about that much in the regular season. And when I say that, I don't mean any disrespect saying that. Because they have Luka, which is great, and we have Kyrie, which is Michael Jackson and sneakers. But we're so concerned with what is the Joker doing? What is LeBron and Anthony Davis doing? Is Ja Morant back? To where a lot of times, to me, Oklahoma City is, as a matter of fact, well, let me see what the fuck is going on with this nigga Shea that they keep fucking talking about. Houston, they're up and coming. And I think the Mavs always slide a little bit under the radar, and it's hard to slide under the radar with those two superstars. But none of us, and you'd be lying if you said last year at the beginning of the season that you had the Mavericks in the championship. Anybody outside of Dallas or the Mavericks organization, for pick them to be in the Western Conference Finals, let alone the championship, I don't think we had that on the table. I think we were so hype off what the Joker was doing and the Nuggets happened. We thought the Nuggets may repeat, but that just didn't happen. So the Mavericks, they're good. And right now they're in 3rd place. As far as Klay Thompson, I don't know if this thing is working out, brother. But I'm not sure if...
You sending them back?
They ain't taking them. You ain't see what Steph Curry did to the nigga when they played each other?
Yeah. What they do?
You ain't see it? They played each other. Steph was having his way because Klay made his return to Golden State. And he hit a 3. He tried to hit the shimmy, the Steph shimmy after the 3. Steph was on the bench like, word? Steph went crazy after that. Steph's doing crazy. So Klay had 22. I think Steph had a 37 or some shit. And Steph hit one of them game-sealing joints and hit the goodnight joint. And he ran down to the camera. You stay here. We don't leave here. You stay here. This where you stay. You stay here. We don't leave. You leave. We stay. So that they asked him after the game, what's going on? He said, just a little competition. He said, what do you think about Klay Thompson when he did the shimmy? He said, he knows better than that. that was his exact comment. He said, he knows better than that. But as far as Klay Thompson, maybe this is the reason Golden State let him go. They seen things that we didn't see. He's not knocking the shots down. He's getting older. And a lot of his game is predicated on threes. I always said this about Klay Thompson, and that's no disrespect. I love you, Klay. But he's one of them players to me that never put moves together because he shot so good. One of them players that came where you have players to where they're going to give you respect. And I think they're on him because he can shoot. But one of them, You hit a nigga,
Yeah.
some niggas gonna be like, all right, let me not play with this nigga because I don't want to be embarrassed. He's never developed any 2 or 3 moves to get somebody off him because he's such a great shooter. And I think that's where he's lacking. And right now, it's too late to get it, especially with the injuries that he had. He's a 1 or 2 dribbles shooter. And if he goes to the basket, it's nothing fancy. He can just get to the basket, but he's never developed move.
Yeah.
He's never had that, and I think that's a problem when your jump shot's not
You don't
working.
think he could get it even with Sham?
No, it's too late. It's too late. I love Sham. Sham's my guy. And listen, you got one of the best. You got Sham guard.
And Kyrie.
I was just about to say you got Sham guard, Harlem's finest, one of the best coaches in the NBA right now. And you have probably the best arguably the best dribbler ever in the NBA. You know, that's disputed upon age groups, whether people say Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas, Allen Iverson. To me, Kyrie Irving is the best ball handler pause that I ever seen play basketball. So you're on a team with that, but nah, Murder, you don't get that at 34 and 6'7". You got to work on that. That's something that you got to develop over the years. That's not a 2-3 year gap. Can he get 2-3 moves? I don't think he's fast enough anymore. And Luka's one of them players as well, to where he has such a good skill set. Luka's not fast at all. Luka and the Joker, them 2 motherfuckers are slow and not athletic, and probably definitely the best point guard as far as the NBA is concerned, because they both first-team All-American. Non-athletic, super duper non-athletic, but their skill set is amazing. So we'll see what happens with the Mavericks. As far as the Grizzlies are concerned, they'll be all right. As long as Ja Morant don't get hurt, they will be all right. I think they'll finish top 6 in the Western Conference. We'll see where they're at when the playoffs come, because we know what this team does when Ja Morant is clicking. Last year, they stunk it up, no Ja Morant. They look like shit. When Ja Morant is fully healthy, you're injury away from going to possibly the championship. You know, when that motherfucker Jordan Poole grabbed his knee, they were winning that series. And that year, Golden State went on to win the championship.
I think if with Scottie Pippen Jr., they're definitely a team to fear.
Who's this?
The Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Scottie Pippen Jr. doing this thing. Shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr.
And I just got to ask you this for clarification. We are very aware TITLETOWN is on the move. And it's still early. I'm not asking you to make a decision, choose a location. But are you still over in Dallas? Has that changed yet?
I never said I was in this stat. I don't know where you're getting this from. I'm pulling up the internet. I don't remember Dallas.
Okay.
Did I wear my cowboy hat? Hat?
So many. He was wearing cowboy hats. There's so many teams. I actually don't know. I remember it was Boston, but niggas turned on him, so I don't know if he fucking with Boston. So
it's a little check-in. I'm going to ask every couple of weeks just to see where we're moving to.
Yeah. So basically, she's like, who are you picking?
They're on the move. It's on the move.
Well, as a sports analyst, who are you estimating to be in the championship from the Western Conference?
Nobody's really like. Denver is looking pretty tough. Even with the resurgence of Russell Westbrook, Denver is looking tough. But I'm not ready to say TITLETOWN with Denver right now.
Okay, that's fair. Just to check in. I think the people want to know. I'm also the people. Just wanted to ask.
Oh, you're one of the people.
Yeah, just wanted to know. Okay, so also on the topic of the Mavs. So the Mavs and the Rockets have been mentioned as potential trade destinations for Jimmy Butler, per Mike Scott. His contract expires after this season if he declines his $52.4 million player option for the 2025 to 2026 season.
To Houston?
Or Dallas. Where do you see Jimmy Butler going, Mase?
Houston.
And why?
Who would they trade them for, though?
Their core. They can't do that.
I wouldn't trade them. I wouldn't trade that young core of team pause for Jimmy Butler. But if there was a way to get him without trading that core, I definitely would.
Yeah, listen, is Houston and who?
The Mavs.
It's good spots for him. Look, Pat Riley's smart. The kid contract expired. Them two niggas ain't on the same page. Nigga, like, let me get something for this nigga if I get nothing at all. And that's just business. I don't know. Me personally, whoever trades for Jimmy Butler's nice. It's just one of them situations they like, if we get him, we can win now. Kind of like the Toronto situation with Kawhi Leonard. They like, nah, if we get him, we got to win now. This isn't a long-term thing because Jimmy Butler's contract up. And he's going to go where he wants to go after his contract's up. So if you're trading for Jimmy Butler, whether you're Houston, Dallas, Golden State, whoever, this is a move that you're saying we need to win now because Jimmy Butler could potentially not be with your organization after this. I'm not mad at either one of those.
Would you trade him for Kyrie?
No, because his contract is up. You got to think about this. Like, what I'm saying is this, he gets traded to Dallas. Like, even if they win, lose, whatever, after the season's over, he can still go where he want to go. So you're losing Kyrie to try and win right this very second when you still got Kyrie after this year. So I would not trade him for Kyrie because that means you're going to not have him. So you better win because then if you don't win, you feel like shit because he's leaving.
Pause with the extension you wouldn't trade if you could get an extension for Jimmy Butler.
An extension meaning?
He's signing and next year you're gonna.
Oh, basically you're saying if he stays with the Mavericks, if you say that. I don't know. Well, I'm not sure if I would do that. Does if you're Dallas, you're sitting there saying, is Jimmy Butler going to put us over the edge? We're 3 games away from winning a championship. We beat everybody in the West. Is that going to make us better than Boston? That's what you're thinking about if you're Dallas. Does Jimmy Butler make us better than Boston getting rid of Kyrie Irving? Even though we have a mountain to climb in the Western Conference, but we've climbed this mountain. Who's going to have us better than Boston potentially? I'm not sure.
I would never trade Kyrie. I'm just saying when you talk about Dallas, if they're busting a trade, you're not trading Luka, so he's the only person of some value.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we want to trade Kyrie.
Right.
He's the only one with great value on that team.
Gotcha.
Just what the articles are saying, they're saying it could include Klay, PJ Washington, and Derek Lively, which I don't think is a good idea at all to trade Derek Lively because he's one of their younger players. So those are some of the options.
Or Washington.
Oh, but if they keep Kyrie and get Jimmy Butler, they could beat Boston.
But they talking about getting rid of the whole front court. Yeah. Like Lively and Washington, them niggas is a little miniature Twin Towers, bro. Yeah. Niggas say y'all could take Klay, do what y'all got to do with Klay.
At this point, right?
But playoff Jimmy's a real thing.
It is.
Playoff Jimmy Butler's a real thing.
It is. And even though I'm a Heat fan, it's like we can't keep waiting till the end to try to see what's going to happen. Like we need to start making action now, especially now that we're seeing that the young cores are the ones who are doing better off in the long run. So I think it's
You're trying to go with Triple J.
I'm trying to mix a lot of things up. It's time, I think. Because we can't keep waiting until the end of the season. Okay. We're going to go to break. When we return, we're going to indirectly discuss the Rockets. And by that, I mean Jalen Green, but not necessarily Jalen Green. We're going to talk about Draya Michelle. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. What's stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I here this woman wanna be free? I wish somebody told me the rules. Disagreements let her win, and it's cool. Even when I'm right, this ain't about.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our underdog picks of the day. Today, the Pistons will play the Celtics. Underdog has Jason Tatum at 25.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Higher. I'm going to go higher even though a nigga hated on me.
He did not hate on you, bro.
I'm still confused on this narrative.
He did not hate on you,
Where did
bro.
that come from? Please explain the hate.
He did not.
I'm just doing this TV.
Yeah, not higher. Jason Tatum balling out.
Okay, Cade Cunningham's at 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Higher. He's balling out too.
Higher. Okay, and then Jalen Duren's at 7.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Who?
Jalen Duren,
Who is that?
the guy on the Pistons.
7 points?
Yes.
Get a nigga 8 points. Higher.
Okay.
I want Mase. I don't know the nigga. I'm going lower, yo. He must be doing. I gotta go. I'm going to do my due diligence on the nigga because if Underdog got him in the picks, he must be doing something.
With 7 points?
He's a starter. I mean, respectfully.
7 points in the first quarter or 7
All
points?
overall.
They ain't got no respect for the nigga.
Yeah, go higher.
I'm gonna go lower. Pause.
Okay. If you guys like these picks, remember you always get a free pick if you're not already on Underdog. So make sure to support the show. Sign up now, and you can make your picks too.
Hold on real quick, Stat Murder. Make sure y'all go to the Come and Talk to Me network. Subscribe. We appreciate all y'all love. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much.
Dope. Okay. Right now going viral, it's Draya Michelle, but for something else. I like to give both sides, so I'm going to try to explain the situation as best as I can. So her ex, Tyrod Taylor, has filed an eviction lawsuit against her. As we know, she's with her new baby daddy, Jalen Green, who plays for the Rockets. Allegedly, Taylor sent police to the home to evict Draya and her kids from the property. He bought the house back in August 2022 when the two were still dating. When they broke up, Draya claims he allegedly made a verbal agreement to sell her the house for $3.2 million. But his claim is that she won't leave the house that he purchased. It's going viral right now for many different reasons.
She want to buy the house and he won't sell it to her?
Well, he's saying that she won't leave the house, but she's saying that they had a verbal agreement.
She want to buy the house, right? Is that
Yes.
true or that's just alleged?
Yes. That's what's said.
I'm a firm believer. If your child is in the house, then it's still worth having her in the house. If your children is in the house now.
They don't have children together.
They don't have children? Oh, go to kill her. I thought he had a baby in the house or something where it could be a reason for her, to be in there. But if she don't have a baby and he had and she got a new boyfriend, and a new boyfriend should have get her a new house. I know we ain't get to that level where we just
Draya has a baby with her, right?
Not with
Jalen Green, I'm talking about.
Yes,
Sorry.
Jalen Green.
Sorry, Mo.
Yes.
Now I fuck with Jalen Green a little bit. Because he like, the bitch can't live with me. Why she not living? Ain't that her boyfriend? He got that. We boyfriend and girlfriend, but you got to have your own. You're not going to live in my house. That's what we not going to do. And now I see what's going on. I'm not purchasing nothing. Figure it out.
Do you think he sold it to her like, you such a boss, you need your own space?
I just think he probably got a mother like, look, you already had a kid with her. You see this news is just getting out to the media. They probably like, you see what she doing to the nigga from the Jets, bro. Take care of your child and have fun. All that other shit, you're wilding. But look, that goes to show, baby, no baby, whatever, you can't stay with me. And that's just that. Bring the kid over, we'll go out on the weekends, we'll have fun, but you can't live in my house.
So he got his
Smart
nails
Jalen.
painted, but he's still one of us.
Yeah. Listen, look, a lot of people murder, a lot of people, and pause, they have weak pull-out game, man. You know what I'm saying? It's weak, man. and you don't know what these girls been telling these niggas while they hitting it, man. They might be hitting everything they want to hit. I don't pull out them on the pill. I got a plan B. It's nah. Guess
telling
what?
them it's yours.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, all that shit they want to hear. Yeah. So,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, so listen, man. The quarterback, this is a lesson for all you guys, players out there, athletes. Learn squatters' rights. I don't know what the squatters' rights or where this crib is at, but it's squatters' rights in different states. Once you stand in somebody's crib longer, in a crib, for a certain amount of days and you get mail there, then it's technically they crib a little way until the judge figures it out.
Yeah.
Figure out what squatters' rights is, man. And that goes for you players that got bitches living with you too. Bitch be there 6-7 months, you think you having fun, you tell her to get out, she lived there and they can't kick her out. You fuck you talking about? I told the bitch she get crazy. She got mail here. Mail's coming here. She has been here 6 months. Oh, nah, man.
Yeah, they said that's silver.
Right. So what you got to do it in increments. 3-day, not a 3-day off. 3-day here, 3 days off, so she won't get them squatters' rights. Be careful, man.
That's that. Okay.
That's how they do it in LA. People date a girl and they have to get rid of her before certain years, before it's like they're legally married.
Right.
Okay. Either way, good luck to them. I hope they figure it out. Cause
What do you think, Stat?
I mean,
That said you can get away with it.
Hey.
You remember that? Since you bringing up niggas past. You remember that?
I remember what I said. And I didn't change what I said.
If you can get away with it,
yeah.
what might have stopped him?
Yeah. I mean, if he said he would sell her the house, I mean, sell her the house. I feel like it's a problem now because everybody all of a sudden is like, I mean, it's not all of a sudden.
So you think
warranted.
he thought she couldn't come up with the money and she came up with it?
I didn't say that. You said that.
What if murder? This is all a scenario. Yeah. And Stat danced around the question. All I asked was what you think about this situation. You think she should stay or get out?
I mean, I would be in the position I would get out just because I wouldn't want that on me. But clearly, that's not.
If she was one of your girls, what would you tell her?
I would hope she would not be in this situation.
Yeah, look in the camera and tell her what you would tell her if she was one of your girlfriends. She like, oh, I'm staying at this house. He want me to leave. Stat, look at the camera and tell him what you would tell her.
I mean, if it's me and I got to support my children, this is my house. But in her situation, you got somebody who got a real nice situation going on at the Rockets. Like, they can't figure that out.
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. That's when the babies come and just fuck up everything. Because it's like, you going to leave your kids out here, this, that, and the third. Because the nigga like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because if it wasn't no kids, that's one of them, figure this joint out. You know what I'm saying? Because imagine this called murder. Yeah. I talked to him. He said he going to do it for 3.2. That's what's up. What you calling me for? I don't know. Just asking. Stat.
Yes.
What's her income?
I don't know. She does have a couple businesses.
Right. And I'm not saying she don't, because I remember her being on television and some different lines. I'm trying to see if her income could generate that.
It's saying 600.
Jalen Green, I
don't know. He's making obviously a lot more.
I'm about to say that. No, I'm not comparing that. What I'm saying is, I'm just thinking about me. Nigga be like, yo, they're the bitch 3.2. Get out of my face so my son have somewhere to live or whatever. Or do you say, I throw you 1.2. You can figure it out with 2 out. You getting it. What you doing, murder?
I'm trying to see how much of the 3.2 she got.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. What you got on it, right? That's what I'm talking about. It's my nigga right there.
She got the money.
Yeah. What
she
you got
the
on
money because she told him she'll buy it.
Right.
Before she probably met the dude.
Like that.
I mean, that's a good point. And that's why I can't even be mad at her ex, because it's like, we don't have kids together. So it's like, if you ain't going to give me money for the crib and you just chilling there, I don't really owe you this. So you got to figure it out.
How many kids she got?
She has 3. 2 with Orlando, now 1 with Jalen.
Where's Orlando?
I don't know where any of these people are. Jalen Green is the one who's around. So I feel like he should be the one to solve the problem.
Niggas should just meet up and figure this shit out, man.
Yeah, they can all give a $1 million apiece.
They ain't gonna do that because they don't want to. Clearly.
Money just like, I just want you out, man. That's it.
Either way, children are involved, so I hope they figure it out because all this being brought to we talking about it because it's going viral right now.
What if, and on another note, what if he was acting like he was the child dad and all of that? What if he was acting like he was Orlando's kid's stepdad and all that? Should he then pay for it, Killer? If he been playing stepdaddy for the...
I'm not really your dad.
I knew you was going to say that. Yeah, I knew you was going to say that. I'm not really...
Yo, cause all right, listen. This is my thing with that, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
If niggas ain't know who their father was,
that's different.
Yeah, we know who the father is. But I get what you're saying, but niggas been around so long that
the
they
kids think of you as their father. Yeah. You should help them out.
Yeah.
But Killer said
I don't.
again.
Nah, I can't do it, man.
I'm not your dad.
I'm not your dad.
Oh.
Because you know why? You gotta think about this too, Murder. When niggas want to get slick, they'll say to you, "You not my dad."
You correcting the Lord, nigga.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna hit me. You not my father.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna tell my father.
Yeah. So when the shoe's on the other foot and you foul.
So when you need the mortgage, tell your father. That's what you tell him.
Right.
And honestly, I can't really disagree with that. That's just what it is. Sorry. Okay, moving along to WNBA. There's another viral photo going around social media right now. So Phoenix Mercury, they took a group photo, and I'm going to try to explain it in the best way that I can. So basically, there's the dark-skinned player, Kalia Copper. She's laid out on the ground. The light-skinned player, Natasha Cloud, who's in the middle, touching her head while she's on the ground and touching her own head. And then there's the white player, Sophie Cunningham, sitting on top of the dark-skinned player while the light-skinned player is in between. Long story short, photos going viral because people feel like it's racially insensitive. People could be dragging it.
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought. Why is what make her as the white person get to sit on her back like that? Why she wasn't laying on the floor? I think this is not the climate to be doing that, for real. Just us, you see how my face changed, like just thinking about that. Like, why she got to play on top? Like, why if she want to play? Why wouldn't she be laying on the floor? It would be like if you had a child and they came in and they was playing like that. That's what I would tell my kid. Why he couldn't be laying on the floor if y'all playing? Oh, no, we just playing. Well, let him play as the floor. You don't play as the floor. You don't do that. Killer, no, I'm telling the truth. That's exactly how I think, you know? Why are you on the side? What was funny about this? I didn't see nothing funny about this. You thought it was funny, Stat?
I didn't think it was funny because it is extra. Because why is she laying on the ground?
Yeah.
Get up. Like, I don't know whose creative direction that was. And they said, the caption says, we've already asked our boss if we can frame these in the practice facility. But yeah, my question to both of y'all was, do you think social media is dragging it or you think it's valid? The picture looks odd.
Yeah, and the mixed girl couldn't even get in the picture. She's in the background. There's a lot of messaging here. Mm-hmm. Like when people don't hear these things because they're not really insightful of what really is being stated here. I could tell you what it's saying, but we'll get canceled if I tell you what it's saying. It's really saying, niggas, listen, you're gonna forever be on the bottom. And I'm gonna ride your back. Then the biracial is in the background laughing about it because they're not on your back. This is exactly how people are thinking these days.
You know
What do you think about this, Stat, as a black woman?
I mean, you said it well. Like, yeah. Because if that was my child, especially if it was younger, I would throw a fit. Because why are you on the ground?
Yeah, do the picture.
And then
do the picture over. Kanye laying on the floor. Trump on his back. Pause with J. Cole on the side. It's early in the morning, J. Cole. You know you fam. You know.
That was a good redo.
Yeah.
Yo, no, you know what's crazy is that when you sent this to me, I didn't look at it like that because I just was like, "What the fuck?" I was driving. You sent me the topics, and now that's what I'm seeing, looking while you guys are talking. I'm like, "What is this?" Like I looked at it earlier. I was like, "No disrespect, no disrespect." I thought it was for promoting something like gay rights or something like that. I just thought it was that type of vibe. I didn't know what it was. Forget it. What?
Stop while you ahead. Stop while you ahead.
What? I'm just thought
that's make it to Christmas.
I didn't look at it as a bad picture until you started pointing out all this shit. You and Stat the ones who made me look at it different. I thought it was just some eclectic shit. I thought they were trying to make a letter A or something. I didn't look at it the way you guys looked. I thought they was like, okay, cool, this is promoting gay rights, which I have no problem with. No problem with gay rights. But now that I've been sitting here looking at this since you guys been talking,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody has their hand on the white woman's head. Middle class, the J. Cole and Kanye hands is on the guy, and Trump. Yeah, I don't know. What is this? This is a better question. What is this promoting? What is this for? A commercial? Is just Phoenix Mercury? What is this?
it's just picture so it's like a trend to do like the awkward family photo. So you just do super awkward, uncomfortable positions, and it's funny. So I think this is supposed to be funny.
Yeah,
It's always funny when white people are on top.
yeah. What I would do is, I can see why this is bothering people. What I would do is, if you want not people to be in such an uproar, post another one with the black lady 2 feet on the white lady head tomorrow, and everybody will call it even.
Ooh, I got a good one. Pause. Have the white lady laid out like this, and the black girl standing on her back like she's surfing.
Yeah, that's how black people say they'll be even after that.
Yeah,
they'll calm down.
We caught the wave.
Yeah, that's a good one. I
But-
like that. Clever.
That's the thing. You're not supposed to get even. You're supposed to take the higher road. That's what we do.
That is, she's walking on the water. The white girl is on the bottom, and she's.
What's the higher road? Just ignore it?
No, not ignore it, but like we say our frustrations. They make it better, but I don't think you
I'm
get
not trying to get even. I'm not trying to get even. I'm saying you do that so people know there's nothing racist about
I
it.
want to know what the higher road is, though.
The higher road is saying the issue with it, making sure somebody acknowledges your issue, and moving forward and never doing it again.
Look, niggas was marching for years until niggas started wilding during the pandemic. We ain't get shit. When you start wilding, nigga, Wendy's $10 million to black people. McDonald's, here go $40 million. Nigga. When you start marching, nothing happens with the marching. You just get marching and you be like, we took the higher road. Sometimes Lessons not learned in blood are not lessons at all. Sometimes it takes violence. I don't recommend it, and I wish we could take the higher road. But a lot of times, the higher road just leave you on the back road.
Well, that's all the time that we have for today. Thank you all for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.